Good evening, dears.
Hello, teacher.
Good evening. Hello, Mr. Samian. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing perfect. Thank you. Yes, Hamad, are you here?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Good job. So,
No much good.
yeah, that will be live. Okay, life is going on. Sometimes it's the same. Going to work, come back, take a rest, have a meeting, going to work again. This is life. Okay, but that's enjoyable. You'll enjoy
How many
life.
lessons in this meeting?
Sorry,
And no, I almost enjoyed life. No, I'm not enjoying life.
you have to. You're young yet.
Okay, teacher. Well, how many lessons in this meeting? Like how many lessons in this course?
Only 1 week. 4 lessons are left.
4 lessons?
Yeah.
Like
The others would be debates, students' activities, students' videos.
when?
The last week.
Last week? You mean the next week?
Yeah. Next week is
Okay,
the
that's
last
great.
week.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. You just did it, guys. No, you passed a lot from this course. We are in week number
It was
5.
hard.
Yeah.
The homework, the first homework was really hard.
Oh, it was hard?
At the first.
Oh, yeah. Now it's okay. Yeah. You got used to.
Yeah, no, I complain myself with it.
Yeah, because you got used to. All right. And I don't know if I can wait more because it's been 10 minutes I'm waiting for the others to join. So I cannot wait more. I'll start. Okay, and tonight's lesson is lesson 17. It's talking about city and country. All right. And let's talk about the rush hour. Not hour, hour. The rush hour is like this picture. We have this rush hour in the cities. So who can read this one? Which one of you?
Okay, I will.
Yes, Mr. Sam.
For me, the rush hour is the worst time of day. Everywhere is busy and everyone seems to be in a hurry. I usually drive to work, but sometimes I get stuck in traffic jams. And when I get to work, I find there's nowhere to park bay because the car park is already full. But if I get the bus, it take me longer, and that make the journey very stressful. When I get home in the evening, I often feel exhausted more from the traveling than from my work.
Yeah, this is exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay, can you explain the rush hour in the city?
Yeah, it talk about the rush hour, jam traffic. When he tried to go at work, there's a lot of car in jam traffic happened. So
it takes
also
longer.
Also when he came back to home, there's no he can't found any place for parking because already it's full for everything.
Yeah.
And also when sometimes he decide to go with a bus, but it take a longer, and the journey is very stressful, a long journey. Sometimes he said when I'm come back to home, it's more exhausted.
Exhausted.
Exhausted from traveling from my home, my work.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So the rush hour in the city is the most frustrating thing ever you will have in your life. You know why? Because it's real. You have to be very patient. And it will take so longer to go to work. Sometimes I go to work at 8, okay, at 8 o'clock in the morning. I will get to my job, to the school, I'm a teacher at school, at 8:30, okay, 30 minutes only in a traffic jam. This rush hour is really frustrating, and the place is so near to me, but because it's like it's a street, the cars will be it's like a general street, all the places will go through this street to their works. That's why it takes me 30 minutes, and then we'll go to the school, get to the school. Well, this is really boring in the cities. All right, this is one of the disadvantages uh, of living in the city. So the rush hour is the disadvantage thing you will get from the cities. And like Mr. Sam said, it takes longer when you want to travel somewhere, and it's exhausting. So exhausting, you will get bored to just slowly drive to somewhere you want to go. Let's go on. And the night lift. In the cities, we have night lifts. Like one of the advantages of living in the city is the night lift. Yes, Muhammad, can you read it?
Yes, miss, or not? Yalla, bismillah. One of the advantages of living in the city is the nightlife. The town center is always lively in the evening, and there is a wide variety of the bars, clubs, and restaurants to go to. If you are more interested in culture and cultural activities, you can go to the cinema, the theater, concerts, art, galleries, and more.
Yeah, so the advantage of living in the city is
Should I
the
explain it?
nightlife. Yeah,
Okay.
explain the town center.
Okay, I'll explain. And with the examples. Teacher, no, I remember that I went to Qala in Arbil. So
Yeah,
it's same for
citadel.
there. That they will not be closed even in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
It's
it
really
said that one of the
crowded. In this
yes,
pandemic
crowds.
situation, in this coronavirus, it's really bad to go there.
Right, yeah. It said that let me see. The town is always it said that in all cities the town is lively, like it's never closed in
Yeah,
the evening.
yes.
And there's quite vertical. It said that there's too much bars, clubs, restaurants to go.
Yeah.
If you're more interested, yeah, it said that if you like to culture or cultural activities, you can go to cinema, theater, concert,
Yeah.
arts,
But
even
I don't
galleries. Like
think that it will be healthy for us. The
for
nightlife is
for
not good.
yes, yeah, for now yes, but like for example, when coronavirus is disappear, it's good too because you'll change the weather.
Yes, but you know what? Night lifting, like staying up the whole night late, okay? Just like 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. What are you doing outside? I know it's enjoyable with your friends, but it's healthier to sleep early and wake up early. The night lifts are not healthy for us, believe me. Yet it is modern. It is good because you will spend more time, but it's not healthy.
Right, yeah, exactly, it's not right.
Yeah, thank you, Muhammad. So let's go
Yeah.
on. We have some advantage and disadvantage of cities. First one, we talked about the rush hour, and then we talked about a good thing that is nightlife, but I don't think it's good. Okay, it's only good for the ones who are homeless, who I don't know, who wants to go out with friends, but only one night, not every night, to enjoy once in a month, let's say, once in a week. Okay, But we have some advantages and disadvantages here. Dunya,
Yeah,
can you please read it?
okay. Advantage and disadvantage. Cities always seems crowded and they can be dirty and dangerous place to live. Pollution is the worst big cities. And so it's crime rate.
Time.
At night. I only walk home at night if I am with a friend. When I am on my own, I get a taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you explain
Life.
cities? This is one of the disadvantages of the cities that are always crowded. Can you explain it?
Yeah, it's talked about the disadvantage because the many population, of course, populations cause the pollution and always cities be crowded. So it's a disadvantage. It will be for
Dirty.
the
Yes.
sorry
Yeah.
for the weather also effect on it. So these are, and also the cars, or by raising the human population, also the cars will be increased.
Yeah.
This all affect.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dunya.
Continue.
No, thank you. So one of the disadvantages of living in the city is that it's so crowded. You know, you feel that your head is just going like bomb. Your head is like full. You cannot control everything. It's so crowded. Everywhere is people. And I personally don't like this one. I don't want to be crowded always, all the time. No, I want an off day, being alone. One day, please, being alone. I don't know. I don't want to be in a crowded place. So, and there will be everywhere is dirty and danger places to live. The population will be the higher, will get higher in the level. People will get more and more. The people will burn, okay, burn more. So you will get the big cities, a lot of people, a lot of dirty places, dangerous places, and also the crime rates. The crime rates will get higher. And if I walk, I walk home alone at night, only when I'm with a friend. Means he or she that is talking about this story don't want to be alone because it's really dangerous. And he or she will get a taxi. That's the, let's say, disadvantage of the city. And that's what I hate. All right. We have the second one. Life in cities is also more expensive. You need a lot of money to live in a city. You have to just rent a house or a flat that costs a lot. And you'll get better value of money. You know what? Because it will tell you the value of money to not spend it as much as you want, just like you want, spend it every day. If you do like this, you cannot live in the city because city's life is hard. It needs more work and you will get plenty of money. All right. And in smaller town or village, in small town and village, you will need plenty of money and it will be enough for you. But in the city, it's never enough for you. Okay, the more you have, the more you feel that you're poor. I don't know why it's like that, but because it's it's all crowded, you will need whatever you see. Okay, and the last paragraph, Mr. Sam.
Yes, teacher.
The last paragraph on the positive.
Okay. On the positive side, you get a real mix of people and nationalities in a big city that make life more interesting. I also enjoy the fact that there's always something going on in big city, so life is never dull.
Yeah.
So it's talking about there's another advantage of when you live in city, you saw a different people, different culture in the same city, and you can mix together, and you not be boring usually when you have a lot of friends or you know a lot of people, a lot of culture. So that's interesting life.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
life is never dull means life is not that much boring.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Sam. So that's it. One of the positive side and advantage. Okay, positive
Teacher,
side means the advantage of the city is that it's mixed with different people, different nationalities from different
teacher,
cities. Yes, Muhammad.
can I go 1 minute? I'll be back as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So it's mixed with people, different people from different places, different with different cultures, nationalities. And that will make you more interested to know them, to know their culture, to know their nationalities, even to know their language. Yeah, and there's always something going on in a big city. It means that you will learn something about someone, about somewhere that is going on in a big city. Because in the village or in the countrysides, you cannot meet a lot of mixed people, and there are not big houses and crowded. You won't see a lot of people and talk with them, meet them, okay, introduce with them, knowing their culture. It's just like you're alone, and not so much is going on in the countrysides. That's why it will be enjoyable in the cities. Only this one is enjoyable in the city. The others are boring. So, and it says life is never dull. Dull here means it's not boring. Okay, it's not hard, it's not boring, something like that. All right, let's move on. The inner city. Yes, Dunya.
Yeah,
Okay, read
the
this
inner city.
one.
I parked it. Read it, right?
Yeah, read it.
I parked in the multi-story car park and went the rest of the way on the foot. The street lights had just come on. I could see the pavement were filthy. At the entrance to the subway, there was an old guy beginning for the money. I gave him something and hurried on the time. On time, there was a usual graffiti all over the walls
Graffiti.
and graffiti all over the walls and litter everywhere.
Yeah,
I come
litter.
on other side. Yeah, I come on the other side and pass it a man who was whistling,
Whistling.
quite cheerfully. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I depressed that I wondered if my decision to walk bus being a good idea.
Yes, it's about a story in an inner city. A man wanted to go by a bus, then decided to just walk down. So, Dunya, can you explain it? Did you understand anything?
Something in a little of it. Yeah, I get that he wanted to the car park it. He want to park her car, right?
Yeah. Park his
Yeah,
car and went the rest of the way on
yeah,
foot.
yeah.
Okay. And on the way, what did he see? What did he
Said
did? What did he do?
he see the pavement and he see that there is the something that's usual as well. Letters everywhere.
Yeah, litter.
Yeah,
Litters everywhere. Yeah, and gravity on the walls.
yeah. And what did mean that he saw old guys beginning for the money? I didn't get
Begging.
this.
It's an old guy,
Begging, yeah.
means the old man was begging for the
Yeah.
money. Can you give me some money, please? I'm poor. Begging means I beg you. Can you give me?
Yeah. It means that he saw this thing on the way when he was walking.
Yes. And also, first, he just said that the street lights had just come on. The lights had just come on. There were
And that's
lights.
green.
Yeah. And the pavements were filthy. Pavements means okay, the sidewalk. The sidewalks are filthy, means are dirty. Okay, and the entrance to the subway. Subway means the places that you go under the ground, like the train go under the ground, and they have some subways to walk under the ground. Not here, in the other countries like USA, like Britain, they have the subways, like metro. It's kind of train goes under the subways, under the ground. So maybe he walked to the subways. He saw an old man was begging for money. So he gave him some money and hurried. Hurried means he walked faster on time, and there will usually gravity. You know what's gravity? Have you ever heard gravity?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, what is it?
Gravity teacher, do you mean?
Yeah, wait, Muhammad. Yes, Mr. Sam.
Lazy kashkirni zawi.
No.
Yes, teacher. When the human go to the moon and don't have any gravity.
No, it's not from the space.
Kishkirden?
That is right in science, but not here.
Oh, okay.
You know, gravity here is different. That's right what you're saying. You and Muhammad said right. But here,
Teacher, where's gravity in this paragraph? I couldn't find it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line 5, the first word.
Gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity. Usual gravity. Well, I don't know. What does it
Gravity
mean?
over the walls. You know, it's like paintings on the walls.
Teacher, I know. Like, it's kind of bad things in American if we do graffiti in the walls, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so bad. But sometimes,
Yeah, I know it.
sometimes it's a painting, it's a picture, but it's by surprise. Yeah, and you know, we have this painting in here on the walls too. Sometimes it's a written thing, something is written. Sometimes it's a picture, you know, sometimes it's a heart. Yeah. Okay, and I don't like these things, you know. This is just like the people will do that are not educated. All right, and litter everywhere. Little means okay, it's in Kurdish it means zabal, litter. So everywhere were dirty, and the man says, I come up to the other side and pass it. A man who was whistling. You know what's whistling?
Whistling, it mean fika?
Yes, whistling. He was whistling quite cheerfully. But the man says, I am depressing, you can say, or I depressed. That I wondered if my decision to walk by the bus, that would be a good idea. This is wrong. It should be walk by the bus. So the man just got like, how to say in English, there's a word to say, he regretted, you know, he regretted to walk. He said, I wish I walked, I didn't walk. I wish I didn't walk. I wish I went by the bus or by the car. It would have been a good idea, not walking. You know, he just hated walking in this, seeing all the gravities, and the pavements were dirty, litter were everywhere, and another man was whistling, the other old man was begging. the walking wasn't enjoyable for him. That's why he regretted walking. All right, did you get all of it? Guys, did you get it?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so this is another disadvantage in the city. You know how crowded and how boring is it? Let's go to the countryside. In a suburb. Suburb means the places that are outside from the city, like countrysides. Okay, so suburb. All right, let me read it. The area where I live is ideal. It is suburb. Ideal means amazing. That is suburb, not far from the center. Yeah, it's not so far, but it's outside from the city. And it's quite lively. There is still a feeling of space. See, that's what I love. In the suburb places, in the countrysides, there is a nice feeling that is you feel the space. And my block of flats is surrounded by trees. That means everywhere is green, everywhere is full of trees. It's amazing, like there were grasses and gardens. You feel you are living in the nature. And I personally love this one. And also a handy place to live. Okay, it says it's a handy place to live. Let's know why. Because there are good local shops. There are, yes, no, there are. There are a good local shops and bus service. Yes, he talks about that we have local shops. Local shop means the shops that you have in your place, in your local. And bus services, that gets me into the center in 15 to 20 minutes. So he doesn't have that much problem living in the suburb because he has got the bus services and local shops, and also he feels good feeling space, and he is good with feeling that the blocks of the flats are surrounded by trees. Okay, but the only disadvantage is that with the growth in the population, it's gradually becoming more built up. Okay, it means that when the population will grow up, the place will be full of people, full of buildings, and the buildings will be higher and higher. And that's boring. That will be the same just like cities. It won't be a suburb anymore. Okay, than it's used to be, which is a shame. All right, so that's what he talks about in the suburb. So each one of you tell me, do you like living in the suburb or in the city? Yes, one of you, raise your hand, please. Yes, Mr. Samian. Okay,
Yes, teacher.
after him, Mr. Muhammad.
Yeah, for me, I love in city. Just wait a minute.
Loving in this, you love live in the city? What happened?
I'm sorry, teacher. There's my nephew.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, I love for myself. I love in city life. Just for traveling, just I have to support or country,
Yeah,
or I love in city because there's everything that you want. For example, school, college,
yeah,
and shopping, everything that you want.
yeah,
It's in the city. But when you live in country, for example, for night, if you have a free time, you need to go out, you just don't have time or don't have anywhere to go when you live
Yeah,
in country.
that's
Because of that,
boring.
I love in life in a city.
Yeah. So you are a social person, that means, because you want to live in a crowded place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you like it. But when someone that is not social wants to live in the suburb, in the places that you feel there is a space, you can
Yeah,
breathe
it
a
depends
little
on the
bit.
person.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sam. What about you, Dunya?
Yeah, really, I prefer the living in the suburb because the suburb isn't that much far away from the country. It's 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's so easy. By the car, you can get all the things that you want, and the suburb that have the fresh air, and everything that you want.
Yeah,
The healthy thing. Yeah, you live in the natural.
yeah, living in the nature, not natural,
Yeah,
nature.
yeah.
So yeah, living in the nature, you feel that you're healthy. You feel, I don't know, you feel that you're energized, you're good. Yeah. Um, we have a house in the suburb. We have a big house there. It's just like a farm, but we don't have animals in it. Okay, we only have a farm, and we're living there only 2 or 3 days every weekend. We're going there. Every time we go there at the night, we sleep so early. You feel tired. I don't know why. It just like you did a lot of things, but you didn't do that. And you feel early, you feel you want to sleep early. When you slept, you will wake up at 5 a.m. And it's automatically, you don't know why. When the sun rises, you would feel like, oh my God, it's too late. I have to wake up. I have a lot of things to do. But you don't know what you're doing. And the time will go so fast. When I come back to the city, I just sleep late, wake up late. I don't feel energized, and I feel boring when I'm crowded. I don't know why it's like that, but in the suburbs, you feel there is a space and the nature is amazing. You know, the smelling of the grasses and the trees are amazing. And as Mr. Sam said, it depends on the person. For me and Dunya, it's amazing. Yes, thank you, Dunya. What about Muhammad? Yeah, Muhammad, unmute your mic.
Yeah, teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Teacher, I'm exactly agree with Dunya. Suburbs, like it's not that far away and have fresh air. And I have only one problem with the suburb, education.
Yeah. There is no school.
Yeah, that's only my main problem. I'm agree with all the things except education
There is no
and
education.
internet too.
There's no some facilities. You know what's facility? Some things
Yeah,
that you need, like school, hospital, police station. There is nothing like this.
internet.
Internet, transportations, nothing like that. You
Life
are
cannot go without
living,
internet, teacher, believe me.
yeah, you're living your own life with
Yeah.
nothing, only the nature. Okay, yes. What about Mr. Mu'ed? Mr. Mu'ed, can you hear me? Unmute your mic, please. Or maybe his net.
Yes,
Yeah.
teacher.
Yeah. Can you talk about like which one you want to live in, the city or in the suburb?
Support it is good for living, but in my country or in my country, it is something. It is no help, like a school or hospital or anything.
Yeah, nothing like partiality.
Because I'm living for 3 years in Choman,
Yeah,
and every day go to a village. Its name is Riot.
yeah. Is it like a village? Choman is like village, or it's a city?
No, uh, it is a country, not state. It is ناحية. It
Yeah.
is- yes. It is anything. It is no here. Hospital itself, but no doctor.
Yeah.
And school in the village in season in the school is not good because
Yeah.
no teacher in here. Yes,
Yeah, and
it is
also
very
the
difficult for life.
yeah, difficult for life. But when you go to the suburb, you have to think about it. You don't have to need those things. If you go to only just have space and just rest your mind, live in the nature, that's enough. And feel healthy.
Yes, it is.
But in the
It is
cities,
for
yeah, you will need those things. Nowadays, the education developed and people are different from the people that were lived long time ago. They want education, they want to study at schools, but those things are not there, not in the suburb. Also,
yes, it's right.
some equipments, the school equipments and hospital equipments, none of these are there.
Yes, it's not, and it is good for rest for two days per week or 3 days per week. It's good. Or
Mr. Maed, sorry for the interruption. We were run out of time. Can you hear me now?
yes, I can.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. We didn't aware that the link was run out of time. Okay, so do you have anything else to continue? Mr. Maed,
Yes, teacher.
do you have anything to continue? Say it.
Yes, about to rest time for picnic, small short picnic. It's good because environmental it is good and clear.
Yeah,
And about oxygen or you see the a natural, it is good for picnic, but
yeah,
not live in a long time or 1 year or 2 years, because this place about 2 months, January and February, it is snow, and in the morning we have not a road
yeah.
and road bad. Yes,
It will be so hard. The life will get hard.
yes,
Yeah, so for
yes,
only enjoying, as you said, only for having a picnic, and even we have a house there. We're going only the weekends, 3 and 2 days, enough. You will get tired, you will get
yes,
bored because there's nothing in it. There's no net, there's nothing, only the nature. But you will feel energized, you will feel healthy. When you feel good enough, then you can come back to the city. Yes, sometimes human beings need to be alone, sometimes in the nature. All right.
yes, it's right.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Maed. So let's go on. Yeah. Let's go on working in the country. As we talked about, you can have a farm that someone is talking about his uncle or her uncle. He says or she says, I don't know, it's she or he, my uncle owns a farm. Yeah, you can have a farm in the suburb because there's a lot of space to have a farm. It's not full of houses. It's only your house and with your farm. He keeps a few animals, just like sheep, like cows or ducks. Those kind of animals, you can get benefit of them and keep them too, using their feather, yeah, using their milk and the skin, whatever, to get some money. But it takes a lot of, I mean, you will get so tired doing those things, keeping animals especially. And mostly he grows crops. You can see the picture. He will plant seeds, and in the summer, the crops will grow. Okay, and barley, like barley means not so much. Wheat and potatoes, those kind of things, the crops. Farming is hard. It's hard, really. Farming is a hard life. It is. Do you have farms? You have villages? Any of you? Have you ever experienced this?
Yeah, we have.
Yes, teacher. My grandpa, my dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really hard. Yes, Mr. Sam, do you have it?
Yeah, we have.
That's really hard. We have
Yeah,
it.
I don't like work in there. It's really so hard.
It's, you know what? The first
Type of fun, but it's hard.
Yes, the first thing that you're worried about is that you will burn under this hot sun.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and you will say, I will
Only,
be black.
only the spring it's really good, and sometime in the winter when we go there for just for traveling. Yeah, that's really so fun and that's good.
Yeah,
But
that's
at
an
the
uncle.
summer,
Yes.
that yeah, the summer is really so bad.
Yeah, summer you can enjoy it so hot.
Yeah, but the work is on the summer, so it is
Yeah.
difficult.
Okay, well, it's not in your hands. You have to do it.
Yeah,
Well, that's really hard. But in the winter or in the spring, the weather is really amazing. You just want to be the nature. It's really enjoyable. But as Mr. Mayat said, only for 2 and 3 days, no more. Okay, yes. So guys, as you said, farming is a hard life. And he or she says, I don't know, my uncle is usually put up at 5. You know what? It's really, I don't know, I don't understand. But when you are living in the suburb, you automatically will get up at 5 a.m. You yourself don't know why. You see the sun, and the sun is quite rise up. It rises up completely. You feel that it's too late, but it's not. It's 5 a.m. All right, and you feel that you have to do a lot of things. It's the feeling. I don't know you have been there or not, but it's like this. So the uncle, just like me, will get up at 5. And sometimes his work isn't finished until sunset. See, you'll get so tired. From the sunrise to the sunset, working, working, working. And that's why people in the suburbs just look like older than the people in the city, because they are working more, and they are, how to say that, they are tired more. Okay, so when you're tired a lot, you will have freckles, wrinkles in your face, lines. You will get older because you are so tired. Okay, let's go to the disadvantage of the country life. Country life means the same. The same means suburb. But this is in another word. So who wants to read? Yes, Mr. Mael, you didn't read anything.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, read this one.
Okay. The disadvantage of country life. The worst thing about living in a village is that there isn't much to do in the evening apart
Yeah.
from going to the village hub. The nearest town is 8 miles away, and public transport is hopeless. And of course, you don't
Get money. Yeah.
get many shops in a village.
Yeah. So what is the disadvantage of living?
Everything.
Everything.
Yes.
That's a good answer to just not say all of them. Okay. All right. You can talk
It
about
is.
what you read.
It is no
Shortened.
transport. Yes, it's not about transport and shops
Yeah.
and
Yes.
nearest town. It is 8 miles.
Yeah.
It
This
is
is nearest.
it
Okay.
is about kilometer. It is 13 kilometers nearly.
That's so far.
Yes, it's very hard.
Yes. And the transportation is hopeless. No transportation.
Yes,
Yeah. So
yes,
yes, as you said, there's no shopping, there's no near places in the town.
yes. I think this big picture, this village in the spring.
Sweet.
If you go to yes,
Yeah.
uh,
I didn't know
if
that. It's from Sweet.
no, it's from spring season, right?
Yeah.
If you if if uh, if we see this picture in season winter, it is very worse because everything you look at white
Yeah.
color. Yes,
Yeah. Because there's mountains, it would be colder.
yes,
So that would be boring. What would you do in a house like this, in a cold place like this? There's nothing to make you warm, like air conditions and the transportations, shops. Nothing is near to them. That would be a very hard life.
yes. It is in the village life. It's very hard
Yes.
because in Riot village, uh, one night a man it's sick, very sick,
Yeah.
but no road, and about I think 10 kilometers. Uh, every man in the village uh, who get the sick, and
Yeah.
about 4 hours getting for the road.
Hospital.
Yes, it is
Well,
difficult, very
if
difficult for
if the
yes,
sickness was emergency, the man will die on the road.
yes, right,
No, he won't get the hospital. He will die.
yes, of course,
Yes, so that's what is hard living in the village or countryside or in the suburb, let's say. Okay, and there's something meaningless in it. In the suburbs, you don't need to go to the like spending evenings outside like the city, going to the bars or pubs. You know what pub is like? It's like a bar. It's like a night, evenings to spend time with your friends. In the village, everywhere is outside. Nothing is like you have a door, you have your own garden and something like that. In the village, everything is open. Everywhere is like it's your place. So you don't need to go to the bars and something like that. Okay, but it's written here that there is no part times to go to the village pub. Not so much time. Not so much time is not in the village. In the village, you have to wake up in the sunrise to the sunset and you're working. After working, you're tired and you will sleep. There's no time to having fun. Only when you have guests and when you're resting, sometimes only once a week. If you live there in your completely, in a whole life, I mean, not only going 2 or 3 days in a week and enjoy. Yes, Muhammad? You have
Yes,
anything?
teacher. No, I just raised my hand to read something.
Yeah, let us move on to see if we have anything to read. No, we have questions here. Okay, guys, so let's answer some questions so that it won't be a homework. I know you hate homeworks. All right, so do you live in a city? I think we all live in a city, yeah? Only Mr. Mu'ayyad lives in Toman. Yes, that's right.
Yes,
Yes,
now I am in the city.
You are
Arabic.
in the city. Good. What about Mr. Sam?
yeah, I am in Zahu now.
Zakho is the city, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dunya, Muhammad is in the city. Dunya and you?
Yeah, me too.
Right, yeah.
In Erbil.
Yeah, so that's good. But why do you live in the city? Yes, Dunya,
Yeah.
why do you,
Uh,
it says, do
yeah,
you
at the
live in the
first,
city? You said yes, but tell us why.
yeah, at the first, my family, they are living in the Khalifa, and then they are going to the Koya. They live it maybe 10 years there.
Yeah.
Then, because of the work, and my father find the work here, so we are from there. We are living in the Erbil. So it's
Yeah.
we can see the choices of my family. They live it here, so we are with them.
Isn't that boring to always go from long places to the other? Like when you are going
No,
from somewhere to the
because
other. The
because I
road.
wasn't in the Koya and the Khalifa. When I was born, I was in the Erbil.
Oh, you are lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Let's go to, yes, Dunya, thank you. To second, yeah, the second question. What do you think about people who live in the country for a better life in the city? Means, what do you think about the people who leave the country and go to live in the city that they will think they will have a better life? So what do you think about this kind of people? Yes, Muhammad?
Teacher, I think they took a bad choice because me as myself, I love countries, nor sea.
Yeah. So why did they do that? What's the reason?
Because they might hate public places, crowd places, traffic jam, the things.
Yeah. Okay. Good job. Another question, what do you like about living in the city? Yes, Mr. Sam, you talked about, but what do you hate about living in the city, Mr. Sam?
Yeah, there's something I hate in the city, for example, traffic jam and also the population.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, that two things just I hate it, but most of the thing I love living in the city.
Yes, because there's everything you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So yes, the crowded one is really boring. The population every day will go higher and higher. And until 2050, the population will get that much, there won't be a place to build a house in. It will be a lot. So the astronauts will try to just go to the other planets and try to plant trees and grasses or anything we need there and just get it down to earth. That's meaningless. I don't believe it. But they would say in 2015, there won't be any place. The population will be a lot higher from before. Any place for, I saw a movie, I don't know if you saw it or not. It's, I don't know the name, I don't remember. But the movie was about a plant. Only a plant. It was just a kind of plant. It was a grass, green grass. A boy stole, a grass. So all the police just chased him, only for stealing a plant. So plant in 2050 would be very important. The places all will be buildings, factories. Okay, it will be like a lot crowded, all the people around. But not now. Thank God it's 2021 yet. Yes. So, Mr. Sam, if you're bored from the crowded now, what would you do in 2050? That would be,
2015, I will maybe I am not living that
yeah,
time. Maybe
okay,
I'm die.
maybe. 21st century people, they will all die. We cannot go there, thank God. I don't like
Yeah.
to go there, to leave until that time. Yes. And the last one, what do you like or hate about living in the country? I think we answered those questions. Yes, we answered in the other slide. All right, guys, I think it's 10:07. We still have time. Do you like to watch a video or to end up the meeting? Which one do you
So,
like?
I want to just finish this lesson. If you want, it's okay for me, but that's my opinion.
All right, what about Dunya?
Sorry, I wasn't with you. What's your question?
I said, do you want to end up the meeting or to watch a video?
Really, yes, I have something to do it.
You mean play a video?
No, I mean that end it.
Ended. Okay, Muhammad, what about you?
But rather, Mr. And it's better. We have too many homeworks. Even I didn't do once.
Oh,
And
I have it. I have work too.
I have 8 homeworks. I only do once.
Okay. So, guys, I will end up. That's okay. Because it's late too. It's 10:08. After this meeting, you will have only one homework. That is the listening part. You will listen. I don't know, it's the first 5 minutes or the last 5 minutes of the video. I will send it in your group. So the only homework you will have is the listening part. You answered those questions, that's done. So, and you don't have the phrasal verb today. You have only one homework. You're lucky. All right. Yes. Do you have any questions? Anything?
Teacher,
Yes.
tomorrow we have a lesson or not?
Another
Because
lesson?
it's Tuesday.
No. Tuesday. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Muhammad?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
What we will gonna do in the debate? And what we will gonna do in the debate?
All right. It's not now. It's the next week. I'll tell you in the next week. Don't be in a hurry.
Next week. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's so much fun now. All right, guys. So yeah, thanks a bunch of participating. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and learned something. So you may leave the meeting now. Have a great night.
Thanks, Miss.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
great night. Good night.